Okay, so now we are going to take your career information that you just got. We're going to take all that information and make a pay stub for you because this is the first thing the bank needs to see before they can offer you a mortgage or a loan. So some of this is very easy, but some of this we're going to have to stop and pause and go back and forth. Make sure that you have this exact packet. There should be writing on the front and then the pay stub is on the back. If I were you, I'd rip them right apart, keep them on your desk, and as I'm giving directions, you're writing on your paper. Pause the video lots of times, but make sure you are wearing headphones so you can hear me. Okay, first thing it says is company logo is the symbol for the company you work for. You can design your own or find the logo of a real company you work for. Now, I'm going to be scrolling back and forth, probably making you very dizzy. I apologize. But this is I don't know if you can see down below, but I gave you a sample of a career, and mine is a pilot. I've always dreamed of being a pilot. That is not a lie. I even took flying lessons at the Schenectady Airport when I was younger. So it's always been something I've been interested in. So if you can see all of my information there, we're going to use that pretend information for you to follow along. So I took that information, and on my pay stub, you can see I started it and I made a whole little icon. I just took one off online. You can design one, you can make your own up, but this is what it's going to look like as we get close to finishing it, okay? So we're going to go back and forth. Make sure you have something to write with. So you're going to design a company logo and you're going to make your pay stub look professional because certainly the bank wants to make sure that you actually have a job. If you need to pause this right now and come up with some ideas, you can, or you can do it later. What you're going to do is today, while you're watching my video, you're going to write all of the work on this workspace. Then on Schoology, the next thing you do is take all the information, you're going to type it on to make it look official. When you finish this workspace, you're going to come see me or Mrs. Pearson, and we're going to check it over, make sure you did everything correct, all right? So anyway, the first set of instructions are fairly easy. You're going to get your company logo, then you're going to write the address on your pay stub. You're going to write your first and last name. You're going to make up an employee number, like really, just make it look official. Today's date, whatever date it is that you're doing this, you're going to type that in. And then it says fill in the net pay after all of our deductions are done. So we're going to skip that box on your pay stub. Now let's get to work. The first thing you need to do is this. And this isn't really going my way because this pilot thing is taking up all of my space. So I think I want to just get rid of it. I'll move me over here a little bit. There we go. So the first thing you need to do is talk about gross pay. I don't know if you've ever heard of gross pay. It's not like, ew, gross. It's not that. Gross is like the entire amount you get. So if you notice, my pilot salary is $58,905. But our gross pay on a pay stub is just for one paycheck. That $58,000 is what I get for the entire year. I need to figure out what one paycheck would be. So if you think about it, there's usually about 26 paychecks per year. I got that because there are 52 weeks in a year and usually you get paid every other week. So we're going to just use 26. Take your salary right here and write it under this box that says gross pay. And you're going to divide that by 26. I did that here, and this is the big number I got. Now, it's money, so we want to round to the nearest cent. So if you look at mine, it says $2,265.58. You go out two decimal places because that's the cents. Why don't you pause this video and try yours right now? Take your annual salary, that's this piece right here, and down in this space, divide it by 26 using your calculator and make sure you know what your gross pay is now going to be. Okay? Now, the next part, after you've paused the video, that is. If you notice, my tax rate is written right on here too. It's 28%. So I need to use my part equals percent times whole. And if you notice, I'm looking for the part, so I write P equals. Now my tax rate is 28%. Remember what we learned in class. We never write 28 as it is. We change it to a decimal because percent means out of 100. And so I'm writing 0.28. And then next to that, where did I get this number from? I got it from my paycheck amount. So that's the number I got up above. So when I multiply those two items together, I get $634.36. That's what's going to be taken out of my pay for federal income tax, okay? Keep that in mind, and you have it written down here so we can go back and look. Now the next part is we need to do state tax. Now everyone in here is going to have the same tax rate for state, and the way it works is it's 8.82%. So first thing on each one of these things, I want you to write P part equals percent times whole. Okay, now the percent in all of our cases is 0.0882. Where did I get that? I bet I took this 8.82% and I moved the decimal 2 places to the left, right? Okay. I multiply that by my whole. Mine is different than yours. That's my entire paycheck worth. Okay, so it's $2,265.58. Yours is different than mine. Use yours. Pause the video and multiply them together. Okay, I multiplied mine together, and I'm just using this as an example, and I get P equals, and I got $199.82. I'll change it to red so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, that is my New York State income tax. Okay. Now scrolling down, and if you need time to pause, go ahead and pause it. Social Security. Social Security is always taken out of your pay stubs, always. And the reason it is because when you retire someday later on, you're going to need to get some money to live on because you're not working anymore. So we always take it. Social Security is always taken out of your paycheck so that when you do retire, there's something there. So we always start with our percent equation. P equals percent times the whole. Okay? And the part I don't know, but I do know my percent. I'm hoping you know this too. 0.092, always written as a decimal. And my whole, again, is the monthly wage. It's the gross pay. This is before our deductions. Okay? Now, you should have the same on your paper, except the difference is your gross pay. Okay? I'm going to pause the video so I can multiply. Okay, so I finished multiplying mine out, and I got $208.43. Now, even though we all have different gross pay, it shouldn't be a number that's really crazy different from that. It shouldn't be in the tens of thousands. It also shouldn't be like a few cents. It should be probably hundreds of dollars, okay? I'm scrolling down. If you need to pause, go for it. So now, those were our three deductions that we're focusing on today. We're going to start writing that down on our pay stub because it says after finding all of your withholdings or deductions, find the total and type it in the box that says current deduction. So I'm going to skip through here for a little bit so you can see. All right, here's my pay stub. I'm going to move my picture here so it doesn't get in the way. Now remember, we had federal income tax, which was $634.46. My state tax, I'm going to just have to space over here. I think it was $199 and something. I'll go back and fix that in a minute. My Social Security was $208 and change. I'm going to go back and fix that, but I want you to be able to see where to put that. And I'm going to go fix it right now. You should pause the video and do the same to you. Okay, I'm hoping you can see now I've added those three items to my withholdings and deductions space. So these are the three items that are going to be taken out of my paycheck and yours for this activity. Maybe later on, as some events happen in your life, more things will be taken out. But for right now, this is all we're working with. Now, after you write those things in, the next thing you're going to do is make sure you put in this space the gross pay. You already know that it's written up above here. And I'm going to type mine in, $2,265.58. I'll make it red so you can see clearer. Make sure you're doing the same on your page. Now the current deductions I could list all three out, but that doesn't seem very efficient. So what I did was I added them all on my calculator, and my current deductions are $1,042.71. I rounded to the nearest cent. There was a little extra. I still rounded. You should round also. So that's how much is being taken out of my paycheck. So instead of the $2,265 that you see over here, now I have to subtract the two. This is the part that in real life always makes us feel very sad. You're not bringing home what you thought you would. So my net pay is what we bring home. Gross pay is what we earn. Net pay is what we actually bring home. My net pay is $1,222.87, rounded to the nearest cent. I'm going to type that in here. I'm going to put it in red so you can see very clearly. And then up at the very top where it says check amount, net pay, you're going to type it again, because this is actually what an official check would look like, or the pay stub. And you always would save these. These are really important pieces of information because you need it to prove that you paid taxes. So I'm hoping that you have all of this down. Once you think you have everything the way it is, please ask Mrs. Pearson or myself to check it over, because you don't want to make an official pay stub if it's wrong, okay? Follow along all of the directions, pause, hit rewind if you need to, ask people for help, but please ask 3 people before you ask one of us, because there is only one of us in the room. All right, good luck.